G'day. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. As soon as I stepped up onto the block, he made a move. He didn't come all the way in, but he thought, I know what to do here. And he started making that move. That's cool. But I'm going to send him out and around first a bit. So I haven't done any groundwork with him yet. And this is the first day that I've sort of brought him in and we're just going to get straight in the saddle. But I'm just going to do a little bit with him. I'm going to send him out and around here. And so we've upgraded him from the head collar to the Bosul as well. That's the other change from today. Just ask him to trot around here. That's good. He's pulling on me a little there. He's getting a new feel there. Bosul obviously feels very different to the head collar. I'll yield his hind quarter. Good. Send him to the right. Good. That's a little softer. Yield the hind quarter. Good. And lift to draw him in. Lift, lift. I'm just lifting here. Ask him to come in. I'll use the stick now. Raise the stick up. Raise the stick up. Tap his bum. And so he's going to be a bit avoidant here. He's trying to find different ways around this now. He has got this really well down recently, but he's trying to find different ways around it now. And so he's not wanting to shift his bum in there. Keep tapping till he shifts that bum in. So I know he knows how to do this. So I'm not going to be real friendly about it. I'm not going to give him any leeway here. And so he's going to get a little bit upset with me because I'm increasing the cue. He's wanting to kick a little bit. That's all right. He knows what the response here is. There, good. Because we had a little bit of a battle, as soon as he made a little shift to that hip, I released. And then he did the right thing and he stepped right in there where I want him. So that's good. So a different cue again. I'm just going to look at his rib cage. Point. Tap the hip. Good. I want him to move out. Good. This is how we control how much he comes in. When I first started teaching him to come in, he just got the idea straight away in his mind that he knows exactly what I want, and he knocked me off the block there a couple of times. So now I want to be able to control how he comes in. I want him to come in a little bit. I was sort of thinking like, well, I'm not going to step in too far because I might have to step out again. So now I'm going to lift. He stops early. Cluck. Lift the stick. Little more hip. Good. Release the cue. Drop the hand. So the first cue is the lift of the hand. So I want him, ideally eventually, I want him to respond off the first cue. Just that soft cue, just the raise of the hand. That's what I want him to be stepping in from. And so now I'm going to step him out again, which is just a little point forwards. Look at the rib cage. Tap, tap, tap. Good. I'll see if I can step him around a little more. A little more sideways. That's pretty cool. So this is just about developing, I'm just developing sort of control over his individual body parts from the ground. Give him a pat there. And lift. And that means come in. He will stop short, so I'll jiggle that. Cluck it in. A little more. Don't want to use the stick. He's going to make me use the stick. There, good. Exactly what I wanted. Perfect. I'm going to drop that stick there now. We've done a few of those. That's plenty of that. So I'm going to ask him for a lateral flexion here, and this, bearing in mind this is his first time in the Bosul, so it's all going to feel a bit different for him. So I've got to be a little bit forgiving with him here. Give him a bit of leeway. Let him be a bit resistant, and just be real soft with him. Just jiggle on it slightly if he gets resistant, just to let him know that there's something there that he needs to think about. He needs to find a way to come off that pressure. And pick up. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Response, release. Pick up, jiggle, jiggle. There, good. That's nice. Well done, kid. Don't need to give him a little rest there. Just got to sort something out with this Bosul here. It's just shifted a little bit on me. Alright, now I'll pick up again. Good. Nice. And release. Right, so now that we're using the Bosul, I'm going to start playing left-right games with him, because he's been a little bit avoidant in what I've been trying to do with him. He's been wanting to turn circles and stuff and trying to get out of what it is I'm asking for through turning circles. And I've not been able to, you know, when he decides he wants to go left, if my rein in the head collar, if my rein's on the right, there's not much I can do about that. I've just got to keep, if he wants to go right and my rein's on the right, there's not much I can do about that. All I can do is, well, steer him more right. And now I can pick up on him on the left or the right, and I can change directions pretty quickly. So if he decides he wants to go left, I can pick up right. If he decides he wants to go right, I can pick up left. And it'll take him a little bit of time here to get used to the different feeling. I'm going to bump on that, he's pulling against it, bump on it, bump on it, bump on it. There. Good. So when he decides that he wants to brace up on one side or the other, it's a little bit hard with these Bosuls to get them to change their mind, because they sort of break the feeling there where I pick up there, it comes vertically. So it makes him want to break vertically rather than getting him to give laterally. But he'll get the feel of it and he'll come to understand it. Part of it is from when they're straight like that, we've got to go out nice and wide, give them a nice feel, help guide them where we want them. We can't just sort of say, hey, I want you here, and pull on it. It's got to go out first and then back to the hip. All right, now I'll press on his ribs there, ask for a hind quarter yield. He's stepping forwards, there's a hind quarter yield, and release the cue. Good. And so I'll work through this process where I'll go from the head collar to the Bosul, and then I'll start teaching two reins. I'll start teaching steering. I'll start teaching vertical flexion in the Bosul. And I'll ride for a week or so, maybe 2 weeks in the Bosul before I put a bit in their mouth. And then by the time I put a bit in his mouth, he sort of understands how to come off of pressure. He understands what the lateral cues are. He understands what the vertical cues are. He's wanting to back up there and wanting to pull on my hand. I'm just going to hold him. While he's wanting to brace against me, hold him. There, he comes off that leg, and I'll give him a little rest there, wait for him to get soft in my hand. All right, we'll go for a walk. So he's getting pretty confident and relaxed with his walk now, which is nice. And that's the first time he's ever picked up a trot without me asking. But I didn't ask for it. And so although he's getting more confident and he's wanting to move out, which is cool, I do need to tell him that he shouldn't do that before I've asked for it. So I'm going to shut him down and then we'll walk off again. So at this stage, I'll always shut him down with one rein. It's never two reins, always one rein. Squeeze him when he wants to stop his feet. I want him to keep walking. As long as he's walking, I'll leave him alone. He's wanting to look at the grass and stuff at the edge of the round yard there. Just squeeze him forwards. You know, you've got all day to pick on this stuff. I'll pick up a left rein and just steer him through the middle. If he's going too far left, I'll pick up a right rein, steer him back to the right. There, now we're going through the middle. He's staying between my legs and my hands, I'll leave him alone. He's going right, I'll steer him left. Steer him left. Give him a release when he comes off it. And he's gone too far left, I'll steer him back right. Because he's not staying between my legs and my hands. So I'm just going to start playing a bit of left-right game with him here at the walk. Steer him to the right there when we get to the fence, because I don't want him to think he's just choosing his own direction there. I want to steer him everywhere he goes. So I'll pick up the right there, steer him to the right. That was nice and soft. And here he's staying between my legs, veering a little left, pick up right. Good. Veering a little right, pick up left. Bump, bump, bump when he ignores me. Good. Going too far left, pick up right. And we'll take him around to the right there. So left-right game is literally just that. When he wants to go left, I go right. When he wants to go right, I go left. As long as he's staying between my legs and my hands, I'll leave him alone. And so right now, coming around the outside here, he's staying between my legs and my hands. If he wants to come off the fence there, go to the right, then I'll put him back on, I'll use the left and put him back on the fence. I'll pick up the right, steer him. That's pretty nice. And walk through the middle here. He's pulling me to the left a little. I'll pick up right. Now he's wanting to go to the right. I'll pick up left and steer him around to left. Bump, bump, bump when he gets a bit ignorant of me. Wants to resist me. That's pretty cool. So he's starting to get a little more confident with the way he's moving here. Like his walk is really, really relaxed and confident. As we saw just a little while ago, he's gone to pick up a trot before I asked for it, and that's the first time he's ever done that, which tells me that he's getting a lot more confident with where he's putting his feet. He wants to go right, pick up left. So I'm doing a lot of real wide guidance with my hands here. I'm not just picking up a rein and pulling it. I'm going right out to the side here, giving him plenty of help and guidance with what I want him to do. I'm not just picking up a rein and pulling on his face. So he actually sees that out of his eye, gets a visual cue of my hand out there, then he gets the feel, then I release it when he follows that feel. And again, he's wanting to pull to the right, pick up left. He's wanting to pull to the left now, pick up right. Now he's starting there, he wants to pull to the right, pick up left. So I'll keep going, right and left, right and left. As long as he's wanting to pull me one way or another, I'll keep sending him the other way. He's wanting to take me to the left a little bit much there. When I release, I expect him to just go straight. Stay between my hands and my legs. Or stay between, when I'm one-handed, stay between the reins and the leg. He wants to go right there, I'll pick up left and I'll take him around there. And I'll ask him to do a bit of a circle here. Bump him off that rein, he's leaning on me a little bit. Good. Alright, now I'll ask him for a trot. Give him a little squeeze. That's a big improvement over what we've had. Very pleased with that. He's slowing his feet down here. Wait for him to make a mistake. He keeps going, that's good. I just want him to go past this gate here now. And I'll shut him down, pick up one rein, and woo, and woo. Good. That's real nice, I like that. I like that, that's a big improvement over what we've had with him. He's been real touchy about moving forwards. He's real hesitant about moving forwards, you know, and he's tried to squirt out from under me a few times. He's given himself a little fright in his movement here and there, and that's just part of him being a baby. He's very immature minded. It's something I'm finding with him. But he's coming along. Like he's got something in there. He's very, very willing. He's very, very willing. He's just a little bit worried and concerned about everything that's going on. And this is why I can't emphasise enough how slow that I'm taking it with him. So we're coming up on 4 weeks with him now, and this is where we're at, because this is what he's shown me he needs. You know, he's not shown me that he's ready for anything more than what we've got so far. And so just the last couple of days we've made this little bit of extra progress, which has been really cool. So we're just taking him to the edge of his comfort zone and just letting him sort of flirt with the edge of his comfort zone, and then giving him a quit, just helping him to build a little bit of confidence with hanging out there, and then giving him a quit, letting him know that that's where the release is. You go to the edge there, you get yourself a little bit uncomfortable, to where you're a bit unsure about things, and you learn from that, and that's where the release comes. All right, I'll steer him to the left and squeeze him off at a walk. Good. And I'll pick up a trot here again. Little squeeze. A massive movement, being 17 hands. It really is like he's only just barely jogging, but it is a big movement. He's cutting through here. I'm going to let him do that as long as he's travelling nice. I want him to look to the outside. He's stopped his feet. Squeeze him back up. I can't let him choose when he stops. And woo, and woo. Yeah, I just relax my seat, legs off. Tell him to woo, and he comes to a stop. That's nice. I like that. Give him a pat there. And I'm going to practice my lateral flexion here. Help him to learn to get soft, help him get good with the bossel. Bump on him when he resists. And it's not a big bump, like a big pull. It's just closing my hand, opening and closing my hand. If there was a bit in his mouth, I'd be rocking that bit in his mouth gently. Open and close my hand, just using my fingertips there, just to let him know, hey, think about that. Think about what that means. And now I'm going to pick up on 2 reins, and this is the first time we've done this with him. I want him to break at the pole. Little break at the pole, that was nice. So he went sort of lateral a little bit there, but he broke at the pole. So I want to reward that. Pick up on 2, just take up a nice feel. There, he breaks at the pole straight away. That's really nice. Again, I'll pick up a feel on 2 reins. And he breaks at the pole. Well, he come around to the left there a little as well, but he really tucked his chin and broke at the pole. I really, really like that. So he's already got a little bit of a feel for that. So that's nice. So he's going around to the left there. I'm going to bump on that right rein. Let him find the left rein there. He comes back there. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, big release there. Give him a pat. That's really, really, really cool. I'm going to steer him around to the right. And walk him off. And he's getting a little bit heightened there. A couple of the geldings are playing in another paddock, not far away, and squealing at each other. And so he's sort of wanting to check out what's going on there. That's all right. So now I'm going to pick up a trot here, and I'm going to start trying some steering at the trot. We'll see if we can just push him a little bit more into an uncomfortable place to help him to start learning. I'm going to pick up a left rein, steer him through the middle, and ask him to trot now. And steer him to the right. Nice. And I'll pick up a right rein and steer him through the middle. Cool. He's gone too far right, bump him back to the left. Good. And pick up the left rein, steer him left. He wants to stop his feet, wants to go too far left. So we start playing that left-right game. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Steer him to the right. We're just going to do figure eights here. Steer him to the right. Nice. He wants to go all the way to the right. Steer him back to the left. He wants to resist. I'll bump on him a little. So I'm just going to keep guiding him left and right. When he wants to go right, I'll take him left. When he wants to go left, I'll take him right. Steer him to the left. Nice. He wants to go right, steer him left. He wants to stop his feet, squeeze him back up to that trot. And steer him left again. He wants to stop his feet, squeeze him back up, cluck him on. He wants to go right, I'll keep going left until he chooses to go left now. Good. Steer him left. He wants to go left now, I'll take him right. Steer him right. He wants to stop his feet. Squeeze him back up. He wants to go right, take him left, bump, bump, bump. He got resistant there. That's all right. He'll get more responsive with that as we keep playing around with it. He's getting a little bit more forward in his trot there. That's actually quite cool to feel. He wants to go right, take him left again. Steer him left here. He wants to go right, steer him left. Now he wants to go more left, steer him back to the right. Keep him guessing, because I want him to wait for me. I don't want him to pick and choose what he does. Now I'll steer him right. Nice and straight, and woo, and woo, and woo. Good, and I didn't have to pull on him one way or the other there. I just relaxed my seat, relaxed my legs, and I'm going to give him a quit there. That was really cool. That's enough for today. So I talked a little bit the other day about how I've sort of changed my approach with him, where, like, I don't mind if we do 15 or 20 minutes. If I get 15 or 20 minutes of something really good and we make a bit of progress, I'm going to give him a quit little and often, and not put him under too much pressure, and just let him learn from these little bits of just pressing on his comfort zone.